Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another League of Legends episode. If my voice gets a bit, messed up, I'm sorry. I just did this whole video just now, and in my recording settings I actually had my mic muted, so... well, it happens. It happens like half the time, to me, honestly. I should prepare more. I'm not used to having my mic muted in the recording settings though, but because I had been experimenting with different settings, like recording audio separately, it actually happens. But this is just like the basic back way of recording. It's gonna be me playing Veigar in the mid lane, and as we see Lulu being caught out here a little bit, I decided to start Event Horizon, which is fairly bad for lane presence, but it allows us to pick up the first blood just barely. Auto attack got over the wall, even though Lulu flash. That's we got a flash and a kill. I got a kill basically. We saw Fiddle flash over the wall as well. I'm not really gonna chase it. I'm gonna stand here in this brush talking about whose flashes went down and what happened and stuff. What you'll see me do is I'll go back and pick up the Doran's ring, an extra Doran's ring, because I got the first blood. And that's gonna make up a little bit for the lack of lane presence that I have because I started E. I have to get to level 2. I do have a little bit of experience from that. And so I'm gonna do my best to utilize that when I come back. If I take a couple of sips of coke during this, I'm sorry my voice just got a bit tired after doing this. This is the second time I'm doing this basically. I already told you that. So that was a sip of coke. Okay, so like I said, me playing Veigar mid lane, that can be a big surprise to you. Then the rest of the team is also stacking in the top lane Nasus, Jarvan in the jungle, and a Trash Lucian bot lane versus Lulu, Caitlyn bot lane, Fiora top lane, Fiddle's jungle, and I'm against any running exhaust summoner, which I don't agree with because most of the time, it signals that you're not confident in this matchup, which allows me to play a bit more aggressively. Not much, but a bit. And secondly, if Veigar's gonna kill you, he's probably gonna monster you before you can reply. So exhaust is not even really gonna help. At the same time, Annie of course also wants to monster you, which is probably gonna... Sorry, that's the effect of coke. Probably gonna, want to use Ignite to just secure that. I, on the other hand, brought the teleport. We see it more and more often. As well as that we're seeing Veigar a lot more often after the quality of life buff that he got. Gang coming in from Jarvan. Get a free flash from Annie. I get some lane presence, because I got my Q, because I had level 2, I can just be pretty safe here. Had a potted chuck on, I have an extra Doran's ring, and Annie got an extra mana potion. So yeah, I'm safe. Essentially, this lane, wave pushing in, slide farm, basically even. If I pick this up, I'm gonna have an advantage. Bot lane, Lucian dies, but that's okay. What was I talking about before? I have no clue. Before the gang came in, probably about like, oh right. So we're seeing Veigar a lot more after the quality of life buff that he got in I think this patch or the previous patch. And we're seeing teleport, of course, as a result of in the world's meta as well. And it's actually, because it's Veigar, you don't need an offensive summoner because you're probably gonna one-shot people. And a defensive summoner just is currently not as good as bringing teleport. Unless you really need to cleanse something or something, then maybe. And you should probably have brought cleanse rather than exhaust if you're gonna think defensively anyway. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, so in Worlds, people don't do Drake anymore early because you lose out on experience, of course, because bot lane was base. That didn't really matter. I did get some free time with my minion wave though. So I have a slight advantage, of course, there's a huge wave pushing into Annie. But it does give me the push, which allows me to get a free back. Just extending my item need a little bit more. This wave is probably gonna equalize the farm pretty well. Bot lane, nothing much happening. Top lane is Fiora against Nasus, which is... I imagine is a tough lane for Nasus early. Best thing to do is probably sit near the turret and just farm whatever you can. stack up a little bit, and then, you know, once she has the armor, you may be able to trade. So yeah, this is dangerous. Fiora doesn't decide to go in. I think maybe Flash could have finished her. Then Jarvan is gonna come in to kill, or look for the kill on Fiora. Let's see if they're gonna get it. Fiora is gonna, you know, desperation move, try and get. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Gonna try and kill Nasus, but because he parried the flag and drag from Jarvan, and Jarvan actually landed in the you know, in the effect of it, he actually got stunned. Fiddles is here, and I'm just hanging around with Annie. Farm is even, but I don't have that much to worry about at this point. Annie probably not gonna do anything. Tyrus can poke a little bit, but she's also scared of me. Fiddles decides to walk away from here. And Jarvan's still hanging around. Jarvan spent a lot of time here. Fiddles, oh, I see the ping now. Fiddles is actually coming over here. But I think he's gonna be too late. Flash flag drag into the Q from Nasus, that's pretty painful. Fiddles started out with a amplifying tome rather than a jungle item. And he's actually, this game, he's never gonna get the jungle item. I'm no expert on Fiddles, so I wouldn't know if that's a good idea, but it seems like, I don't know. Fiddles starts really slow, that's what I will say. Of course he got Rake, that did cost him a lot of experience. He's level 4 and I'm level 6. He walks into a ward, I'm just gonna trade a little bit with him. I wouldn't not really trade him, I'm just gonna poke him. And he also level 6, so I have to be careful, but I have a health advantage. And you know, and he doesn't really have any items yet. Well, I have some magic resist and some extra health, so I'm decently okay. Anything else going on? I feel like I'm losing my train of thought a lot, and I blame that on this being the second time recording this and this being the end of the week. Reacting a bit late to Jarvan catching Fiddles in his jungle. Gonna flash ult. The Fiddles gonna get T-burst. But Jarvan manages to follow up, you know, and he's basically screwed here. He's gonna pick it up. And that's pretty bird for us. You can get the shop in the wave. Missed the carry though. But you know. And he's gonna miss all this delicious farm. All this experience. I'm level 7, she's level 6 at this point. And you know, I get more money. She picks up a Catalyst as a protector, which means that she's not gonna be doing any damage just yet. Especially with exhaust, so she's just looking to survive laning phase, and I don't really agree with that. Top lane for Fiora, of course, going for the Hydra. I'd say your options are either Hydra or Black Cleaver first, depending on your preferences. Nasus picks up tanky items, which he should do. Going for Frozen Archers is probably the best choice, because of the CDR and the high amount of armor. Lucian takes actually quite a lot of damage here. Very close trade. Actually, Lucian should have died there probably. Just managed to survive. Oof, Fiora got the kill on Nasus. Chaos. In the meantime, I'm just having some fun here. You see me often just Wing the back wave because, well, a couple of reasons actually. First of all, I don't really need to get the stacks on my Q. Like, I like getting the stacks on my Q, but it's not what I'm focusing on. Because just the base items, just the items you get from your store, and you know, you have great scaling on any of your stuff. So you don't really need that. Secondly, if I can, Annie isn't the greatest wave clearer, you know, she's gonna farm with Q and her auto attacks, but if she gets pushed in, you know, she uses her W to farm. She's gonna lose a lot of mana. Then like, Fiddles comes in but misses his ult. Jarvan comes in from the other side, so that's, you know, really good situation for us to be in. Still following up. Cataclysm for Jarvan, gets stunned on the tower, but he is gonna survive. I'm gonna pick up Annie. So once again, that's a double lane for the jungle mid lane duo. Lulu comes in but doesn't manage to connect with Jarvan. She was also aiming for me. I don't really care. You know, I have full health. I have teleport. She cleared the wave, and I'm just gonna go back and pick it up again. Top lane's just having a little bit of fun. Fiora Flash Force, you know, because Nas is getting more tanky, more stacks on his Q. This matchup is getting more and more difficult for Fiora. Bot lane got some free time because Lulu roamed, you know, Caitlyn get really aggressive when that happens. So, you know, overall doing really well. I am 4-0-1. And I think in all 4 of my kills I had an assist from Jarvan. I think so. Maybe not on one. No, on all of them, yeah. The double kill just now, the 1 kill on Annie here. The kill on, or the kill on Fiddles here, the kill on Annie was with an assist. Jarvan got it. And I got a kill in the start of the game. And I got Fiddle's blue buff, so Jarvan is pinging me to get the blue buff, but you know I already have it, so I'm telling him I don't need it. I don't really need it anyway because I have the grill. So I know if Jarvan needs it. The only thing I could need it for is CDR, which is quite nice. I already have it though, so that really doesn't matter. So Jarvan just gets a free CDR. And some mana of course, which is also nice for anyone. Drake is up, and you know, because of the previous focus of Fiddles on the dragon, we tried to be here this time. Then Lulu gets caught out. Gonna flash away. Annie is late because I had pushed in the way. She's still gonna miss some farm. Caitlyn is still over in lane together with Lucian. Me, Thresh, and Jarvan are here together. Then Fiddles and Yura killed Nas and top lane, so we're pretty safe here. Annie gets caught out by Event Horizon into that sentence into a lot of damage. Fiddles, I guess he's showing up to ult or something, but backs away as soon as he sees that you know, too many of us. As well, we had vision on him, so we were looking to kill him, but you know, he ran away in time. And then good call by whoever made it to ping here. So right now we're expecting Fiddles to stand there and try and ult over. Of course he lands in the middle of the Event Horizon, which could maybe have been better if he had tried to place it exactly where he would land. I just figured that if he was... I didn't think he would teleport, I think he would like move. And if he moved, I think he would have gone stuck here, but he just teleports. So he doesn't get hit by Event Horizon if you do that. You learn something again. Because we were kind of ready for it though, like... evaded a lot of damage, dealt a lot of damage. And, you know, Jarvan got the kill in tower dive, even survived it. Annie comes in, but she's at the 25 CS disadvantage at this point. I can basically do whatever here. Still don't have to be afraid of Annie because she still doesn't have any AP. Well, you know, I have really good AP. And, you know, the other lanes, Nas is just doing Nas's things, just stacking. Bot lane being about even, I'd say. Jungle huge advantage for J4. Fiddles almost finishes Hourglass, which of course is pretty big. Another reason why I like shuffling with Veigar is because that Event Horizon just really is so dangerous for people. They can basically be, if you just place it well, they almost can't farm. Now we saw Fiddles here clear my ward, and I think I know what's about to happen because I just saw it flash timbers into flash sphere into like everything else. Yeah, you can't escape that. You can't really. I mean, you could have played a bit more for the backwards maybe, but I don't know. I don't really care anyway. I have teleport, so I could just. I'm not even losing anything for that. They just used 2 flashes. Got a kill, but not much aside from that. Yeah, if J4 comes here, this is the freest kill ever at this point, so we're really not losing anything. Any shoves in the wave, but you know, I respawn, get teleport. I wanted to stack Tibbers, but I was just too late, so not getting that. You know, Annie just killed me. I guess she didn't really lose that much, but she didn't go base, so she still doesn't have anything. I want to make up for you know, my death, so I play really aggressive and I just stay, because you know, most of the time you see me hang back here, but like way back here. Even when I'm ahead as Veigar. It's because you know, Annie can a slightly freer poke than I do. But because I wanted to make up for it, you know, I wanted to make an aggressive play. Of course, Annie just walks inside the Event Horizon and it plays it perfectly. You know, It doesn't hurt me that much because I have a couple of potions, but you know, it wasn't great. It did force a lot of mana out of Annie, so actually it was a really good play. But she levels up and you know, she has a catalyst, so blah blah blah. In the meantime, bot lane goes like 1-4-2, I think. So that's going quite well. Top lane now is just stacking. Now just kinda just wants to at this point just, you know, have to wave around here and just lifesteal with his Q. Like exactly how it does. Not really allow Fiora to hit the turret. And it's gonna sustain, get all the stacks, whatever. Doing a really good job. I in the meantime I'm really out CSing Annie, and like here you can see this time I'm not pressuring. If my Event Horizon had been here, this would have been almost impossible. But you see she has trouble farming that. And I can just constantly shove it in. I once again have the blue buff, so I once again don't need this. But I do see chaos in the bot lane. Because I saw Annie roam over, I came first as well. Then I decided probably not gonna be necessary. Because either they're dead or they're gonna escape. Literally it's 1-for-1, 2-for-1. And Annie got a kill. I just run bot here because I don't want. Yeah, I would like to pick up Caitlyn, but very importantly, I don't want this farm to go to waste. And I always have teleport to come back to my lane later as well. In the meantime, top lane 2v2. Fiora gets grand challenge also. She's just healing. Jarvan's dead. That's a shame, but not the end of the world. I'm coming in here. Huge way for me to farm again, and he doesn't pressure me, so I can just walk straight through. Gonna pick up money and some more Q stacks. And he comes into pressure, but she just eats a Q for its elbow and a tower shot for like 1 Q of her. And I still get all the farm anyway. Of course, I don't have any health potions anymore, and if she levels up, she gets some health, but I'm just gonna keep shoving this. I'm not gonna let her, you know, just sit there and get back into it. I'm just gonna shove this. Of course, I have to be careful for Fiddlesticks, because Fiddles has shown a tendency to constantly, as on Q, be around my lane. Walks in here, but he takes more damage than he deals. Because the exhaust comes down and he has her stun up, I flash out. Fiddles just, you know, goes on with his day. He almost regen the whole thing. It's his W. I think it's his W for Fiddlesticks. And you know, the life train. Jarvan comes in for backup, so I can just play aggressively again. Probably gonna place that Event Horizon. Yeah, doesn't hit any, but I can't pressure more either because, you know, Fiddles and Jarvan found each other. But once again, you know, Annie is missing farm here. And she'll constantly be missing farm because I'm shoving her into the turret. While remaining at a pretty safe distance as well. Fiddles once again showing up here, and Jarvan is like also constantly here, so like two different, like the fights are connected but they're like separate. Because I hardly ever make contact with Fiddlesticks, but I'm always looking out for Jarvan. And the same thing the other way around, like Annie and me, and you know. Then because we have the inside track on Dragon, we're gonna start that. We have to be a bit careful here, of course. But I guess we're just pretty confident. I'm not using any of my well, I'm using a couple of cooldowns now. Because Annie was back in lane and then like their bot lane was back in lane. I wasn't using my cooldowns because I wanted to be, you know, fight ready in case they wanted to contest. You know, flash Tivers, well, flash. No, guess all of. Just flash again. She just flashed like a second ago. And there she does it again. But she didn't have stun up. I missed my W though. I'm not gonna die to Tivers because I'm just slightly faster than the man. Or the bear, I guess. And then he, you know, dodged the W, so she's alive. I have teleport though, so I can just come back and farm it and push it in again, or maybe teleport somewhere else. Fiora teleporting bot lane. But you know, Jarvan and Lucian are both low, so it's no real use for me to teleport here and try and kill them. Probably might work, but it's you know, it's a risky play because I basically can't count on backup, and if I do get backup, which might always happen, there's a pretty good chance that Lucian would die and it wouldn't be worth it at all. So you know, just gonna walk back even because the wave got pushed in the turret and got pushed out again. Fiora is coming top lane. In the meantime, Nasus is having some trouble getting the tower because Fiddles was here, and Fiddles actually training quite well against Nasus because he has a W, and then Fiora comes in, you know, should have known that, but I guess he didn't want to realize that. Lulu took a pink ward here, so I came to bother her. Then, like, we see Annie. Yeah, not really nailing that trade, but it's okay. Annie finally finished her Rod of Ages, so she finally has some AP. Let's see, she has 115 AP and I have 580. So basically this... Actually, it's really surprising that that last trade went as well as it did for her. I guess I must have missed a lot of stuff. But most of the time I just have an insane advantage here. Now Phil shows up once again. This time I guess he knows that there's a ward here. Because he doesn't stay around to find out if my event horizon is coming out. Then, you know, I'm saying, Phil's, I'm tired of your shit. And he just decides to be super cocky and walk into my lane, but he still dies. Even though he flashes. And Annie, I knew I was safe because Annie didn't ever stun up and was busy with the wave. So I knew I could make that play. And I still have more health than Annie now. Especially now. And because I hit that Q, Annie basically can defend. This tower is super low already. My event horizon is gonna come down, so you can't be near it. I'm gonna take it. And because everybody shows and Fiddles is dead, I can keep on shuffling this. Jarvan is even remotely close by to help, in case that's necessary. Annie still can't really do anything. She can't be near here. And I'm just gonna keep on shuffling. Slowly missing some people in top lane, or at least losing vision of them every once in a while. But I have Jarvan here, I can just cut off this with Event Horizon and it should be safe. Annie still can't come close, if she comes close she dies. So I'm just hitting the tower and I'm hitting it for a lot to the extra AP and like how it works exactly that. Gonna kill Annie because she wants to come in for the cannon minion, and Jarvan fights Fiddles, but you know, just a weird trade. Fiddles decides to ult in, gets a pretty good ult off, but straight into the Event Horizon. I get that. I can even stack these two farms, and we're gonna get the turret. In the meantime, everybody's still showing, so we're quite safe. Could probably have even pushed this in. That would have been really smart if I had done that. But you know, kind of low. Just want to go base. You know, keep it easy. At this point, I'm just really confident as well. You know, 8-1-3. Super confident. Lanes aren't doing poorly either. Like, Nasus, you know, it's Fiora is like kind of difficult, but you know he keeps on getting more armor. Fiora doesn't show a tendency to go for Black Cleaver, which I think is a huge mistake. Black Cleaver just gives so many things she wants. It gives you CDR, which is super important, which is why I dare play without flash on Fiora, just teleport ignite. It gives you the rage passive, which is really nice because it, you know, mobility and stuff, and it gives you armor pen, which, you know, against this Nasus you're gonna need. Of course, I'm no expert in anything. This Fiora is Fiora Master. So what do I know? Nasus is playing this really well because he's he's trying to hold the wave, but Fiora does manage to get in at in the end anyway. Here extended play. Gank from Jarvan kills Lulu, then they kill the tower and manage to kill Kaelin after. Then Fiora and Fiddles come in and Trish walks into them, so he dies. Then, because I followed, a bit late but I followed, I kill Fiddles even though he's so near. Then I walk straight into Annie again, and Annie almost kills me, but I flashed out and rest of the thing, clean it up. So, good summary. Item wise, pick up the Rabadon's Dead Cap, which of course is good because you're gonna get a lot of AP as I don't even have to explain that. And for itself, they don't have like magic resist yet. I mean, you know, just being ahead of the curve. Aside from that, it's on its own. It's just a really good item. Like ignoring magic resist plus some flat pan, base a lot of that. Let's just say a lot of damage. Drake is up almost again. I'm the only one here. Jarvan is sort of near, but Jarvan is red buff. You know, this isn't the safest thing, but I'm pretty strong at this point. 3 people show. Lulu showed here. Only person who could be here is what's his name? Fiddlesticks, which would be very dangerous. But this backup comes in quite saved, and you know, good ulti from Fiddles really hurts us. Caitlyn ulti gets caught by Jarvan. But somehow we managed to lose this fight. Which is like the most annoying thing ever. I guess Drake together with Fiddles damage just kills like our bot lane almost. I died to like basically the same thing. Then the rest of our team dies as well in the elongated fight. Actually, that was really bad from us. You know, we were so far ahead, and basically we just gave them a lot of gold and a free dragon. I guess we just felt confident that we were gonna be able to win that, but we just took too much damage on the backside of it all. You know, we're still in the lead, but you know, it's kind of a throw. Then they have 3 people here in the mid lane, so we're probably not going to be able to defend it. I teleport here. Definitely didn't want to teleport here. But I wanted to be there to save this tower if it came to that, so that's why you're seeing that. Thresh is going to help me stack this a little bit. Yeah, get some free AP. Basically we're resetting. You know, Lucian's pushing out bot and pushing out mid. Jarvan was pushing out top, and now Nas is going to come over there. Nas is just stacking. He has 483 stacks, so he's getting to the point where he's basically unstoppable. He was doing really well here, but he got kited. Then Phils once again shows up here. And basically I'm just saying, get off, get out. Don't come near me. Bot lane's pushing really hard, while I'm just hanging around. Nas is just hanging around. Jarvan and base, but Lulu shows mid. 3 people actually show mid at this point, and Fiora at top, so this is quite safe. Then Caitlyn does trade well onto Thresh, but Thresh flashes out, and she was basically out of position at that point. Lucian gets some crits off and gets a kill. Any Lulu coming into late. Nas is Jarvan killing Fiora. I can just free shove mid lane until Phil shows up. Walking into the safe side of the jungle where my team is, the rest of them is all on this side. Looking to maybe catch that Fiddlesticks, but he's not stupid enough to walk into his own jungle, regretfully. And here Lucian goes super ham on Lulu. And he gets her. Then Annie shows up, and I'm coming over as well for backup, because also here we see Fiddles coming in. Good play. E flash by Lucian is gonna save him. Then Thresh Lantern and Phils is way out of position, and he backed off already. I put my Eventurizer here not as much to stun him, but just to cut him off, and then I could find him here. You know, basically at this point just cutting him off. Good hook by Thresh. I'm just playing super cocky here, but you know, that's fun. I like doing that. Even gonna pick up skulls for my troubles. Meantime, Nas and Fiora are just going at it. I think Nas is doing decently good job of not letting Fiora hit all his vitals, and then you know, once one challenge wears off, he pops his ulti. Fiora sticks too close and basically dies to Nasus. Didn't hit. Maybe he should hit the vitals. He could have won it, but basically that was dangerous play. We're gonna get double kill in bot lane and shoving in on the turret. I don't agree with Fiora's build, but I think I said all I should say about that. Bit of a chaotic fight here, with Jarvan chasing, but Phil's ulting, so cutting us off. Nasus is gonna die. Thresh is also kind of out of position. I'm trying to, you know, throw some skill shots, not skill shots, just some abilities to try and kill the man, or just hit someone. As soon as I think Veigar is really strong against Phil because Phil stands still a lot. He stands still to channels his ulti, and he stands still to W. And even when he fears, he temporarily stands still. So there's a lot of chances for Veigar to hit him. Of course, Phil's is gonna go AP as well, so it's gonna be hit really hard. So yeah, Veigar into Phil's doing quite a good job. I think 1 for 1 if you don't count the first double kill. You didn't get the inhib yet, but you know, pretty worth. I'm just gonna shove out bots. You know, don't want to shove super far because we don't have vision on everyone. We have vision on most people, but if I move up here, I can get cut off. Just gonna base here. Basically everything's reset. Jarvan is back in his jungle. Lucian's taking red buff. Thresh and Nasus and I are both base. Fiora is shoving top lane, but that's gonna be caught up. Caught. The way is gonna be caught. I think that's how you say it. So that should be safe. Nasus gonna choose to freeze it. I think he's just gonna push it. Oh no, I don't know. Can he choose to freeze this? Maybe not. He's gonna stack it. Then you know you want to wards around Nash, because fiddles and because we're so far ahead. We're gonna want to take it as well at some point. It's surprising that Baron hasn't been at 30-50. That Baron hasn't really been a part of this game any earlier. But there was just always a lot for us to do, just in our lanes, just killing people or whatever, breaks, team fights, and all kinds of fun stuff. So you know, basically, currently the only objective we can really reach, unless we brute force like onto mid lane, is the Baron, and of course we have pretty good vision control all game already. On top of good zone control with my E, Jarvan, ult, Thresh box. Now this is going to play with Fiora a little bit. Here in the mid lane we have a 3v3 standoff and flash tibbers. Gonna dodge the last bit of damage with my Sonya's. Fiddles comes in from the side, kills. Let's go back just real quick. Half speed. Is it frozen? No, okay. So flash tibbers, and I'm gonna dodge it. Fiddles comes in from here, so he's gonna get like a double kill. Kill Lucian first, basically immediately. Also fears it so he can fight back. I'm gonna take like the second hit of it and use it from Caitlyn. I flashed because I didn't see Fiddles first, but I got a double kill just QWing Caitlyn Lulu. Okay, back to normal speed. Top lane managed to bully away Fiora, and you know Nasus, Jarvan, I'm gonna attack the Nexus turret here. No defense. Fiora comes in, but she can't really do that much. We're gonna get a couple of hits in onto Jarvan, who's also tanking the turret right now because he has Cinderhawk. But this is basically undefendable against Nasus. Good damage against Jarvan though. But he's just gonna E out. And he didn't have her stun stacked up yet, so he can just run. Then they're chasing Nasus with really good flash here. He's gonna make sure he is safe. Then we find Fiddles doing Drake on his own, and Thresh is gonna come in to interrupt him. You know, Thresh can't win this fight, but surprise, surprise, super teleport. I did. Fiddles at this point doesn't have enough burst to kill the dragon. Good hook by Thresh again. You know, I think it was Q ulti, but that's enough damage for me to kill him. Then I can easily pick up the Drake as well because I have a lot of damage. Then I can save Thresh here. And he didn't have flash to save him, and he comes in here as well as Lulu, as well as Caitlyn being around here. Lucian comes in for my backup, but basically we don't want this fight. Then Tibbers onto Lucian. It's basically gonna take Lucian out of the fight. I also took a lot of damage. Fiora teleports in. Lucian dies. Jarvan in a bad spot at this point. I backed off already. I'm just throwing a couple of spells, but I don't want to be anywhere near this. I thought this was basically lost, but you know, get some cooldowns up again, gonna go back in, gonna get a double kill in the exact same fashion I just got it in mid lane basically. And all in all that's worth. No, all not worth, it's 2 for 2. But we get a shove in onto mid lane because Annie was low, Fiddles just respawned. And we do a bad job of respecting that. Jarvan's gonna go in for a Caitlyn just as Fiddles jumps over the wall. We get double kills, you know. Basically this is a sign that we need to play more controlled. Nasus was just having a field day in bot lane, just taking a little bit more. He's at 687 right now. But at the very least, you know, we got killed, but there wasn't really anything for the enemy team to do. Huge wave shoving in the top. Lulu's gonna deal with it. I think Fiora's gonna deal with it as well. Then Lucian dies because he wants to go for Fiddle, but Fiddle's just feels too much. And Caitlyn was able to kill him from a distance. 2-man here though does mean that there isn't really a viable chance for the enemy to take this turret. Nasus of course coming in again. Thresh even being nice enough to try and stop the minions a little bit from hitting the tower. At this point we're pinging Dragon, or Baron, sorry. A, because we can probably bait it because with our zone control, but also B, because you know Nasus takes it super quickly, I take it super quickly. We even see Fiddle's backing, which, you know, we're just all wanting to watch Nashor, right? It's pretty poor back. So basically this is kind of free. As Lulu comes around though, I want to stop her. Pretty poor Event Horizon. Can chase a little bit. We see Fiora, but I'm not really too scared. Just poking a little bit, then Fiora just comes in. And just a lot more damage than I was hoping she would do. If I had not been in Sonya's by the time she was received by Thresh, maybe I could have killed her. Also the stupid Perry doing quite a decent job of saving Fiora there. Bad play by me. Then the rest of the team is kinda, you know, caught out. Thresh took a lot of damage in the Baron pit, but he's the first out, and Nasus is kind of out of position, but not really that much. Jarvan also really tanky, Lucian coming in as well. Still full health, and Nasus is just gonna beast mode around here. Fiddles doesn't get a really good ulti off either. Lucian and Thresh dance around the side of it, and he does decent damage. But basically at this point the most you can get is Thresh. Maybe Lucian if he also steps close, but not gonna happen. We get 3 people, I guess. Not sure what happened to Fiora. Maybe she was, I don't know. But Caitlyn in the meantime was split pushing. She got 2 turrets at least, 3 turrets, and inhibitor. So that's really bad from us. Then Lucian is not exactly. I think he attacked move and he just maybe not the best splash ever. Then Caitlyn's gonna kite. I just put super confidently my E here, but it doesn't actually stun her. Yeah, great play by me. So you know this is kind of bad, but we do still have Nash buff on one person. Wow. And on Nasus. Okay, 2 people. And Nasus went and took their inhibitor. So we have 2 down in 2 lanes. This one's gonna respawn, but it's gonna take a huge time for them to push. So the only wave that could push for them is this one. So you know we're just saying we're just gonna take our Baron buff and we're just gonna push this lane, and we should be alright. Of course, Nasus and Jarvan already there. The rest of our team is me, I guess. Lucian only just respawned. Fiddlesticks is gonna fight Jarvan. Not fight. It's funny that our team has a lot of armor. Well, their team is quite APF-y. Well, I suppose this is quite a lot of AD as well. And, you know, just in time to save Jarvan. It's a bit of a big word, but I was there at least. Then Flash Divers from Annie, but once again the stun wasn't procced, so it only came on the second Q, so only I was stunned. Fiddle's decent ulti, but not great. The rest of the team is going to be able to follow up Jarvan. Probably just going to go base. He could Baron empower his minions, which is probably what he should have been doing. Nasus is also going to go base, so basically the 3 people who don't have Baron buff are left to push here. Huge wave coming into mid lane though, has to be dealt with. Fiora had to go base, so only Lulu is here, so we know Fiora is also going to come here. Caitlyn the one defending, but we still have to, you know, the super minions to deal with. So we're a bit slow. Really good hook by Thresh, literal death sentence for Caitlyn. We're just going to push this a bit further. I guess we forget to take out this minion. And now I'm just tanking the turret. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's more the minion does die. Fiora comes into defend. You know, 1v3 she can't do anything. So we're still looking to get a catch with the student's backup. Otherwise, you know, we don't really want to fight it at this point. You know, 2 half health. Jarvan is taking Drake. We can basically take this for free because Fiddles is still in base. Nasus was trying to go for the inhib, so more people have to respond. You know, basically everybody is accounted for here. Caitlyn's dead, yeah, so everybody's accounted for. Also because everybody's accounted for, we can just roam a little bit, walk a little bit, see if we can get a catch maybe. Guess we're gonna go for the push back onto the bot lane. Nasus is just kinda hanging around, you know, doing the Nasus thing, stacking a little bit, pushing a little bit, split pushing a little bit. Jarvan's gonna be here just to annoy, annoy a little bit. If this wave pushes in further, people have to respond here, so they can't be here. We're decently threatening. I love Veigar. Fiddlesticks thinking he can get his ult off. It would have been a good ult if he had gotten it off, but in full vision, took full damage. Nasus is getting the other inhib. People have to respond here. Fiora does a decent job of holding it here. Then Annie got caught by Event Horizon, doesn't die, also because I used my ult on Fiddlesticks. Fiora gets Grand Challenge off, takes some time to die, also with the repost, but at this point, 4v2. Caitlyn drops, only the support left, we're gonna take the last living inhib, and the other wave just pushed it in time, we're gonna get this. We still have Nasus and me and Lucian and Jarvan, we all do quite a lot of damage to turrets. Lulu does a good job of touching around the Event Horizon, but then there is really not that much you can do to defend this. Then second Event Horizon is gonna, at least hold her sword in place, and I flash in to finish her off. Nasus takes it down the next time we get the game. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed. If you have any feedback, it's much appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, it really helps me out. So yeah, basically I hope you enjoyed. I definitely hope to see you in the next one, and bye bye.